Hey, I'm DaniSurname, and this video's gonna be bloody. Jokes, that would be weird. But it is gonna be about periods, so if you feel uncomfortable about periods or menstrual related stuff, then feel free to go. If you're not, then stay right here because I'm gonna be talking about menstrual cups. I meant to get that out so it had more of an impact. Menstrual cups. So I got one off Amazon, which probably wasn't the best because I don't know if I can trust this company, but I got one from Comfy Cup, and it came in this little box, which is pink, obviously, because all period marketing things have to be pink or white. And then it has swirly writing on to remind you that you're feminine. I have to say, the packaging's quite stereotypical, but then I did buy a cheap one from Amazon, so I'm not asking for too much. I kept the instructions as well, and it tells you how to use it. And it also tells you to sterilize it before you use it. And then it reminds you to wash your hands, to fold the cup before you put it in, and guide it in much the same way that you would a tampon. If you get one, read the instructions. I'm not going to read them all out because that would be a little bit uncomfortable. So yeah, and it also arrived in this little silk bag, well, faux silk, which is quite cute. Again, pink with little fake beads on. This is nice. It's a nice little thing to keep it in, so I'm glad that came with it. And then this is what it looks like. That's it. It's really small. I expected it to be much bigger than it is because I watched a couple of videos about menstrual cups. It just looked bigger on camera, but this is very small. I went for the smaller size because of my age. I'm under 30 and I also haven't had children. Most menstrual cups come in at least 2 sizes, so you can choose it based on age and whether you have had kids. A lot less scared than I thought I was going to be. This looks like it's going to be fine. And also they say you can trim the stem if this is uncomfortable as well. It's kind of made out of like silicone type material, so it's quite easy to squish. And I chose the purple one as well. So that's as much as I can say at this point. I'm going to vlog my experience, not in a gory way, don't worry, of using a menstrual cup and tell you at the end how it was. The reason why I'm doing this is because 1, I want to try it, and 2, I want to jump on the bandwagon of people actually talking about menstrual cups. Because if they're good, then we should make the move. So I'm going to go wash this and tell you about it later. So this is update number 1. It's in. It was kind of a bit of a weird experience. It wasn't that bad. I sterilized it, and then like followed the instructions. You fold it, and then you just try and go for it. The hardest bit was just getting it started because the top obviously has a bit of a lip that then forms a suction once it's inside the beginning of your uterus. But once I got past that part, it was fine. My body just sucked it in and it feels fine. Like if I sit still, I can't feel it in there. There's a little bit of discomfort on my right side, so I don't know if it's settled, but it's kind of less than when I first put it in, so I do think it's kind of settling into the right position. Hey, so it's been a couple of days and I just wanted to stop by and give you an update to let you know how things are going. It's been great. The menstrual cup has been absolutely awesome, really. I've been using it for 2-3 days now, and most of the time, 90% of the time, it's been fab. There have been tiny little leaks, but I'm wearing like a thin liner as well, so that's kind of okay. It's the same kind of thing as with using a tampon, except you don't have to throw it away at the end, which is nice. I have had to think a little bit more about when I can change, like take it out and wash it, because I don't really want to do that in public. I guess you'd have to take some wet wipes maybe with you. It is a little bit time consuming, especially because I haven't been using it that long, so it's a little bit... technique isn't there yet. I've had one bad instance with it in the last couple of days. I'd gone out to see some fireworks with family and I leaked quite significantly, and that was because the cup hadn't actually folded out. It was still folded from when I put it in, and it hadn't expanded out into the regular cup shape. The blood had kind of trickled down where the fold was. So that was uncomfortable, but entirely my fault. So the one tip I would give you from that experience is to kind of run your finger around the outside and check that it's all folded out and that it forms kind of a suction between your skin and the silicone. So far, I'm really enjoying it as much as you can enjoy your menstrual cycle. It's been a much more pleasant experience than having to use tampons, which always make me feel gross, and pads make me feel worse.
So to have something that's quite easily washable, that doesn't feel chemically, that doesn't have sort of a period smell to it, is a lot nicer. I'll give you an update and a full review in a couple of days, but so far...
Hey, so it's been about a week and I am off my period, which means my menstrual cup trial is officially over. Woohoo! It's not particularly exciting, but it means I get to tell you how great it was. Actually, it was a great experience. I have to say I felt weird about trying a menstrual cup because generally there's a bit of stigma around them because it's a cup of your own blood. It's kind of weird. But it's been a great experience. Like, I am 110% converted. This was such a great decision. My kind of summarizing comment is it doesn't even feel like you're on your period. I have so many problems with periods, with like pain and how much I hate tampons and pads and just being reminded that I'm on my period, which nearly all disappear with a menstrual cup. The one difficult thing about it is that there is a bit of discomfort when you put it in and when you take it out, but it's a couple of seconds. If you're okay with that level of discomfort, then that's it. That's pretty much the only problem. So there are a couple of reasons why a menstrual cup really worked for me, and I'm going to tell you about those so you can see if they would be benefits for you too. I went to stay with a friend last night unexpectedly, so I didn't have any tampons or pads, and if I had not been using a menstrual cup, I probably wouldn't have taken any spares with me. Wearing a cup meant that I didn't have to worry about being unprepared at all while being at somebody else's. And the cool thing I was thinking about last night was because a cup is inside you and forms the inside of your body, you can literally sleep in any position that you want and you don't have to worry about blood going everywhere. It is my worst thing about periods is waking up in the morning, having been fully prepared, and then there being leaks anyway because you rolled over or something in your sleep. The other great thing is if you do yoga or some other form of activity, you're fine on your period. You don't have to worry about blood going everywhere then. Was that a bit gory? That may have been too far. But you get the picture. Or don't think about it too much. Just no leaks. Leave it at that. So hopefully this video might have given you a bit of interest if you've been thinking about trying a menstrual cup or you know people who have been thinking about trying a menstrual cup. Go for it. Just check it out. If it's for you, then that's great. If it's not, then that's also fine. But I'm entirely converted. I think I'm not going to go back now. I hope you enjoyed this video and let me know if you like this kind of content. I do like talking about stuff that people don't talk about a lot. So just let me know if you like it too. Give me an ego boost, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.